To the April 14th meeting of the Garden Grove City Council. Madam Clerk, can we have roll, please?
Councilmember Nguyen?
Here.
Councilmember Tran?
Here.
Councilmember Dovin?
Present.
Councilmember Muñetón?
Here.
Councilmember Aristegui?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Brightigam?
Here.
And Mayor Klompenstein.
Here. That will take us into our invocation and pledge of allegiance. Our invocation this evening will be led by our Assistant City Manager, Matt West. And if I could have our Mayor Pro Tem, George Brightingham, lead us in the pledge of allegiance, please.
Please prepare yourself according to your faith. Dear Lord, as we begin this meeting, let us pause in reflection with gratitude and purpose. May we remain ever mindful of the responsibility we carry and the trust placed in us by those we are honored to serve. May we also take a moment to remember and honor those who are no longer with us in body, yet remain present in spirit, whose contributions, sacrifices, and legacies continue to guide and inspire. And we also ask you watch over all who are in need and bless those who dedicate themselves each day to the safety, health, and well-being of others. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Can everyone please face the flag, hand over heart, and begin.
Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, that takes us into our presentations. Item number 1.
Mayor, if we can move to the Housing Authority.
Oh, that's right, Housing Authority. So I need to turn it over to Councilwoman Yesenia Muniton for the Housing Authority agenda.
I will now call for Housing Authority special meeting to order. Will the city clerk please call roll?
Commissioner Aristegui?
Here.
Commissioner Brightigam?
Here.
Commissioner Dovin?
Present.
Commissioner Klompenstein?
Here.
Commissioner Philip Nguyen?
Here.
Commissioner Tan Nguyen?
Yeah.
Vice Chair Tran?
Here.
Chair Muñetón?
Here.
And Commissioner Beckles is absent.
We will now open oral communications. Is there anyone in the public with public comments for Housing Authority?
Chair, I have not received any public speaker cards for Housing Authority.
If none, we will now close oral communications. We will now move onto the consent calendar agenda, item 1 through 2. Can I get a motion and a second?
I'll move it.
Second.
Madam Clerk, if you can call for vote, roll call.
Commissioner Aristegui?
Yes.
Commissioner Brightigam?
Yes.
Commissioner Dovin?
Present. Yes.
Commissioner Klompenstein?
Yes.
Commissioner Philip Nguyen?
Yes.
Commissioner Tan Nguyen?
Yes.
Vice Chair Tran?
Yes.
And Chair Muñetón?
Yes.
Motion received, 8 yes votes, motion carries.
We will now move onto public hearings, agenda item 3.
Agenda item 3 this evening is adoption of the Garden Grove Housing Authority Annual Public Housing Agency Plan for fiscal year 2026. And Housing Authority Manager Tiana Fee is here to provide the report.
Good evening, Housing Commissioner. The item before you tonight is the Housing Authority 2026 Annual Plan. The plan is the comprehensive guide to the Housing Authority policy, operation, and strategy for meeting local housing needs. The Housing Authority is required to submit this plan to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, prior to April 17. In 2025, the Housing Authority received a Section 8 Management Assistance Program CMAP score of 100%. CMAP score is the combination of audits and data submission to HUD that measure the performance of the housing agency. A score of 100% qualifies us as a high-performing agency, and as a high-performing agency, we are only required to complete a streamlined format of the annual plan. Garden Grove Housing Authority will continue our goal of providing excellent customer service and maintain our high-performing rating by continuous assessment of our policy and procedure to ensure that we are effectively serving our community. Our resident advisory board comprised of 6 tenant participants of the housing voucher program. They have reviewed the annual plan and their comments are attached. The public hearing has been properly noticed on January 30th and March 20th. It is recommended that the Housing Commissioner conduct the public hearing, adopt the 2026 annual plan, and authorize the Executive Director to certify the annual plan for the Housing Authority. That concludes my report, and I'm available to answer any questions.
Are there any matters from the commissioners or director?
Commissioner Moyeton, we will need to continue with the public hearing item and ask questions for staff.
We will now move on to public hearing agenda item 3.
And she has provided the report, so we can now move to questions for staff.
Backwards, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. That's it there.
Are there any questions for the staff? I'm sorry. No. We will now open the public hearing. Madam Clerk, do we have any speakers for the public hearing item?
We do not. We have not received any speaker cards.
Is there anyone in the public that would like to speak on the public hearing item? Seeing none, we will now close the public hearing. Colleagues, any discussions?
Madam Chair, I do have one question. Do we know when they'll open the list up again for new applicants? Is there a projected timeline on that?
Currently, we still have roughly 1,500 from our current waiting list. So, and then it's subject to funding availability. We still do not have a set date when we will open it again.
That seems to be the most common question I hear about. Thank you.
Just a quick question. So on that 1,500 waiting list, when was the longest applicant that have to wait? Do you know? If you don't know, that's fine. But last time we talked about like 10 plus years. So, yeah.
These are from the waiting list in 2010.
Okay, like 15, 16 years.
16 years so far.
Yeah. So that let the public know that how long it takes for them to wait. Thank you. That was it.
And if I may take this opportunity just to kind of educate the public who might be interested, when we do open up the list again, there will be a lot of notice. We'll be sure a lot of folks are aware to do that. People sign up, and we comb through that list periodically, calling people. They might not still be looking by the time we get to them. They might not be eligible because 10, 15 years is obviously a very long time. But that's how it works for all of the housing authorities. That's just the process that's in place. So we will be sure to let the public know when that opportunity is available, and we are constantly, pulling people off the list, interviewing them if they're eligible. All of the new vouchers that you see every month in your report, those are new vouchers being issued to people off of that list. So we are slowly going through it, and again, as Tiana mentioned, it's subject to available funding. And the only other thing I did want to mention, besides being a high-performing housing authority organization, there were 2 audits conducted this past year, and there were no major findings found under either of those audits. So I'm really proud of the staff and all the work that they do. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you.
Madam Chair, one comment, and I'll make the motion. Our housing authority is probably one of the better housing authorities in the country. And with, this body moved to prioritize veterans to the front of the list, and that was successfully accomplished, I think about 3-4 years back, where we have no more homeless veterans in the city of Garden Grove, which I thought was pretty amazing. We're the first city to be able to brag about that. So with that being said, I'll make the motion.
Second.
Can I have
Oh, I'm sorry.
just to be confirmed that at this present time, we not accept any more application, correct?
Correct.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, can we roll call vote?
Commissioner Aristegui,
Yes.
Commissioner Brightcom,
Yes.
Commissioner Dovin,
Yes.
Commissioner Klumpenstein,
Yes.
Commissioner Philip Nguyen,
Yes.
Commissioner Tan Nguyen,
Yes.
Vice Chair Tran,
Yes.
Chair Muñetón.
Yes.
Motion received, 8 yes votes.
Are there any matters from the commissioners or director? We will adjourn the Housing Authority meeting and turn back to City Council.
All right, thank you very much. Now we get to go on to presentations. I get overly excited about them. Item number 1, please.
Item number 1 is the update by Board of Education Trustee Terry Rocco on the upcoming Garden Grove Unified School District's 60th anniversary celebration.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, council members, and city staff. My name's Terry Rocco, and I'm proud to serve on the Board of Education for the Garden Grove Unified School District. I'm here tonight not only to share an exciting milestone, but to extend a heartfelt invitation to recognize something we all value deeply, the strong, enduring partnership between our school district and our city of Garden Grove. For decades, our city and our schools have worked together hand in hand to serve families in this community, whether it's supporting student safety, sharing facilities, collaborating on community programs, or showing up for one another at events big and small. This partnership has made a real and lasting difference in the lives of our students. This year, that shared history reaches a very special milestone. On Friday, May 15th, from 4 to 8 o'clock p.m., we will celebrate the 60th anniversary of Garden Grove Unified School District at Bolsa Stadium at Bolsa Grande High School, and we would be honored to have the city join us in this celebration. This is more than just an anniversary event. It's a celebration of generations of students, families, educators, and community members who have shaped who we are today. It's an opportunity to reflect on 60 years of excellence, connection, and commitment, and to look ahead to the future we will continue building together. And truly, this is an event designed for everyone in our community. We're inviting current students, alumni, staff, families, and residents from across Garden Grove to come together for an evening filled with energy, pride, and connection. It'll be a place where former classmates reunite, where families create new memories, and where the entire community can experience the incredible talent and spirit of our schools. Guests will enjoy student performances that showcase everything from music and dance to cultural traditions, including jazz, folklorico, lion dancing, and marching band. There will be a wide variety of hands-on activities led by our student clubs, everything from crafts and games to face painting and interactive booths for children. We're also excited to feature a career technical education showcase where attendees will see firsthand the innovation happening in our classrooms, from culinary arts and graphic design to STEAM projects, automotive technology, and medical pathways. And of course, there will be plenty of fun for the whole family. Food trucks, a mini car show featuring classic and specialty vehicles, a live DJ, photo stations, alumni booths, games, prizes, and giveaways made possible by generous community partners. We'll also be honoring our history through a special history walk highlighting 6 decades of milestones and memories and achievements that have defined GGUSD. This event represents the very best of who we are as a district and a community. But more importantly, it reflects what we've built together with the City of Garden Grove as a key partner every step of the way. So tonight I would like to extend a sincere invitation to each of you to attend, to participate, and to help us celebrate this milestone with the community we all serve. We also welcome and appreciate the city's continued support in helping us make this event a success, whether through participation, promotion, or partnership. Your presence and involvement would mean a great deal to our students, our staff, and our families. Together, we've built something truly special over the past 60 years, and together we can ensure that the next 60 years are even brighter. We hope to see you and the entire Garden Grove community at Bolsa Stadium on May 15th for an unforgettable evening of celebration, connection, and GGUSD pride. Thank you for your time and for your continued partnership in serving the children and families of Garden Grove.
Thank you so very much, Trustee Rocco. We're very excited for this event. I know several of us on this dais are alumni of Garden Grove Unified School District, have many family members that have attended as well, so it's going to be a wonderful event. Thank you so much for the update and for all that you're doing for the children of Garden Grove Unified. All right, with that, we're going to move on to, actually beforehand, we're going to pull item agenda number 24, which is a discussion on naming of the new Police Department Community Meeting Room in honor of former Mayor and Police Lieutenant William Dalton, as requested by Mayor Pro Tem George Bradingham. But before we begin, our City Manager, Lisa Kim, would like to make a few remarks.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the City Council. At our last council meeting, Mayor Pro Tem Bradingham requested that staff explore naming opportunities within the Garden Grove Police Department project in recognition of our former Mayor Dalton. I am pleased to share the recommendation to name the project's future community room in honor of William J. Dalton. And if I could have staff show a couple of images for the council. This is an image of the future lobby of our new police department building. And the next image will show a close-up of staff's recommendation. And I will turn it over to Mayor Pro Tem to say a few words about it.
Yeah, elected office is sometimes generational, and when I say that, I mean the projects you start today, tomorrow, sometimes take a long time to get seen to completion. I almost thought my strawberry zest sculpture was going to be a generational project. Thank God we got it done before I termed out. But you'll find that things you start might take 10, 20 years. To get down the road. I had the honor of working with Bill Dalton on many occasions, both when he was a police lieutenant and when he was running for city council, and eventually he was our mayor, one of the most popular mayors our city's ever had. And he kind of started the entire project for this new police station. He would often bring in members of the community, take tours, and show how overcrowded they are and how insufficient that facility was for the modern policing. And this was 30 years ago, right? 20 plus years ago. He was an early advocate of a new police station, and he kind of got the ball rolling. The community started discussing it way back then, and here we are with this new beautiful police station under construction, almost done. Unfortunately, Bill is no longer with us, and it goes to that whole generational thing. But his family is still right here, and we're glad to have him. I think he would have been proud to see this thing come to completion. But he was the spearhead for this project, and I thought it would be appropriate to name the community room, the building, something to do, and this idea was just perfect. And when the community comes in there to do their meetings and whatnot, he'll be kind of remembered by all. So that's why I brought it forward. I thought it was appropriate, and it meets all of our naming guidelines of the city, and I appreciate your guys' support.
Is that a motion?
And that's my motion.
I'll second. Yes.
I'd like to say just a little bit of something, and I am an early supporter of George with this idea, and it's wonderful, and we're all looking forward to it coming to fruition, especially the Dalton family is here, and we respect you, we appreciate your services, as well as your father and my wife, Dina Nguyen, sat with him on council, and she has nothing but praises for our former Mayor Dalton. And it's very deserving that he is the first to be named, not just in this community room, but for the entire building. It's a first, but it certainly won't be a last. So I want everyone to feel that they're enfranchised, that this is a public safety building that your taxpayers' money, your support, and your contributions have made it happen. And it's going to be launched this year, I believe, by the end of the year. And our very honorable Chief Alfaraz here also, who has generously given us his time and his contributions and run a very, very distinguished department, second to none. So we're very proud of all your service. I hope that there will be many more people who will be honored in many different ways. This is just a first. We can have a whole wall of honorarium and people to be recognized, and that's really what we want. But this is a great start, great start. I want something named after me, maybe a fountain or something, or maybe a pebble in the fountain. And, you know, why not? Everybody can put their name on a pebble and throw it into the fountain or some water feature we have in the park there. But this is not the only distinction that we reserve for a very honorable former mayor and lieutenant. But I hope more will come forward, and there will be more opportunity, public art, and whole wall fulls of recognition, and many other rooms to name. So congratulations, George, who spearheaded this project. As with Strawberry Zest, it's now we have a miniature at City Hall.
Yeah.
I go by there every week, and it's just amazing. It is a legacy generational project, and this will be another that we recognize, and we are greatly honored to have your family name and your father recognized here. Thank you.
You have the Joe Dovin Bridge under consideration. Going from
The Sky
City
Bridge.
Hall to Sky
It'll happen
Bridge,
someday.
yeah.
Thank you, George.
Thank you, Mayor. This is well deserving. And so not just from the former Mayor Dalton, but look at the room, the family here. I recognize some faces that have done a lot of community support to the school, St. Coleman School, and other things around the city. So I just want to take the opportunity to say thank you so much for your support. And yeah, as Council Member Chodovin, I was one of the council member that supported, and just thank you to Council Member or by the Mayor Pro Tem, George Bradingham, for spearhead this, and we got the opportunity to keep the legacy and the memory of a great former mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this is an absolutely incredible and beautiful addition to the new police building, especially the community room. And Bill Dalton was a mayor of the people, so I think this is very fitting. And we thank you and appreciate the legacy that the Dalton family has here in the community of Garden Grove. And with that, I have something to present here. Oh, we haven't voted yet? No. All right, call for the vote, and then I'll give it to him. Yeah, we're having a tech. Yeah, let's roll call, please. Yeah.
Roll call vote.
Yeah.
Councilmember
Her
Nguyen.
screen's dead.
Councilmember Nguyen.
Yes.
Councilmember Tran.
Yes.
Councilmember Dovin.
Aye.
Councilmember Muñetón.
Yes.
Councilmember Aristegui.
Gladly.
Mayor Pro Tem Bradingham.
Yes.
And Mayor Kloppenstein.
Yes.
Motion received, 7 yes votes. Motion carries.
Okay.
Too hard.
Sorry.
Take it easy with the machine.
You gotta get the whole fam family in here.
Yeah, you do that.
Take one for me.
I had 2 years of that already. I wore the wrong jacket today. But it's okay. I'm not trying to overthrow you.
Oh, you're fine.
to say a couple words. Madam Mayor, Council, City Manager, City staff, I just wanted to take this opportunity on behalf of my family to say thank you. This is a tremendous honor. When Mayor Pro Tem Brightingham approached me with this, it was a humbling conversation that we had. Obviously, I love my dad a lot, and to have him honored in this way is just a tremendous, it's just a tremendous honor. So, my dad loved the community, worked 26 years for the police department, worked another 14 years for the city as council and mayor. But more importantly, it's 40 years collectively for the community. And I think it's only fitting and a tremendous honor that his name is going to be sitting on top of the community room as the William J. Dalton Community Room. So, I of course I'm biased, but I think his dedication to the community is unmatched. Just a quick little story. Back in '98 when he was elected to city council, he took it all the way to the end. He was elected in the November election and worked at the police department all the way until December, clocked out at 5 p.m. on his last day at the police department, walked across the back lot, came over here and got sworn in. So didn't miss a beat, kept going, kept his devotion to the community going, and that's who my dad was. So again, this is a tremendous honor, and I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. We're super proud, so thank you very much.
Good job. I think he's way deserved.
Yeah, if there's anybody that would like to leave at this time, they can. We're going to be moving into oral communication and other city business at this time. Not that it's not fun, but. All right, and now at this time, we'll move into oral communication.
Madam Mayor, if we can pull items 4 and 8.
You want to do that now before oral as well? Okay. So we will move, or we're going to pull items 4, 8, and I'm also going to pull item 6, if I can. But I don't have to do it now. I'd like to pull 15. Just for point of order, should I pull 4 and 8 now because we actually have people here and things, and then I can wait and pull the other ones during the regular consent, yes?
Correct, yes.
Understood. Okay, so we're going to pull items 4 and 8 now. Do I have a motion on that?
Second. Yeah.
I have a motion and a second. Call for the vote.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
All right, item number 4.
Item number 4 is adoption of a proclamation recognizing Black April Memorial Month, and our City Council member Cindy Tran is going to read that proclamation.
Thank you. April is Black April Memorial Month. Whereas April 30, 2026 marked the 51st anniversary of the fall of Saigon on April 30, 1975 to communism. Whereas for many Vietnam and Vietnam-era veterans who were directly involved in the war and Vietnamese Americans who have settled in the United States, the Vietnam War was a tragedy full of great suffering and the loss of American, Vietnamese, and Southeast Asian lives. Whereas 58,169 Americans were killed and 304,000 were wounded out of the 2.59 million people who served in the Vietnam War. 1 out of every 10 Americans who served in Vietnam became a casualty of war. Whereas The Vietnam War resulted in the death of 250,000 South Vietnamese soldiers and 2 million Vietnamese civilians. Whereas, after the fall of Saigon, over 135,000 Vietnamese people and their family fled to the United States, including former military personnel, government officials, and those who have worked for the United States during the war. Whereas, hundreds of thousands of people took boats in order to leave Vietnam in the late 1970s to mid-1990s. The successful immigrant-rich refugee camp in Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, the Philippines, and Hong Kong, while approximately one-half of the people fleeing Vietnam perished at sea. Whereas, human rights, religious freedom, democracy, and protection against threat of aggression are vital to Vietnamese Americans, and we should reaffirm this principle while setting aside April 30th each year to honor the soldier, medical personnel, and civilians who died in the Vietnam War in pursuit of freedom. And whereas Vietnamese American community throughout California will commemorate April 30th, 2026, a Black April, a day of remembrance and dedication to the principle of freedom, including freedom of expression, freedom of press, and internet freedom. Now, therefore, the Garden Grove City Council does hereby proclaim the month of April 2026 a Black April Memorial Month in Garden Grove, in recognition of the great tragedy, suffering, and life lost during the Vietnam War, and to hope for more justice and liberty for the people of Vietnam. April 14, 2026.
Thank you very much for reading that. All right, and that would take us to item 8.
Item number 8 is adoption of a proclamation commemorating and celebrating April 20th through the 24th, 2026 as After School Professionals Appreciation Week, and Assistant City Manager Matt West will read that proclamation.
Actually, if I could, I'm going to have Councilmember Joe Dovin read that for us this evening. Thank you.
Matt, you can't overthrow me yet. I'm still Mayor Pro Tem, by the way.
I'm just going to start.
I wore the wrong jacket today. I'm not trying to overthrow George or anything. Proclamation celebrating April 20 to 24, 2026 as After School Professionals Appreciation Week, whereas Garden Grove residents benefit from well-attended after-school programs that provide valuable learning opportunities and positively impact children, families, the community, and local businesses. Whereas after-school professionals play a vital role in supporting youth through meaningful relationships and opportunities beyond the school day, helping them reach their full potential. Whereas after-school professionals enhance education, promote physical and emotional well-being, provide safe environments, and introduce youth to new experiences. And whereas the City of Garden Grove is committed to supporting expanded learning opportunities that help close achievement gaps and prepare young people for success. Now, therefore, the Garden Grove City Council hereby proclaims April 20 to 24, 2026 as After School Professionals Appreciation Week in Garden Grove, recognizing the dedication of after-school professionals who support our youth and strengthen our community, signed into proclamation April 14, 2026. And thank you to our trustee or director of Garden Grove Unified Schools District and your teachers who are here tonight to accept this proclamation, as well as others who are teachers and counselors and after-school professionals. Some of them are sitting in the overflow room, I know that. So congratulations, and we appreciate your work year-round.
I'd also like to add that we have Alan Co Nguyen with the Union of Overseas Vietnamese Language Schools, previously named the Association of Vietnamese Language and Culture, to join us as well tonight, too.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and council member. I really honestly stay here, and hello, thank you all of you in the support for us for this special program. I would like to talk a little bit about how activity for my nonprofit, and then you can talk a little bit more detail on the after-school program. Okay. In December 1988, observing the fast-growing of Vietnamese language school on Saturdays at churches, temples in Orange County, California, a group of Vietnamese educators and intellectuals got together and organized activity and support those schools in the teaching and learning of Vietnamese language, as well as the maintaining the culture. Recent years now, the organization has changed its name to Union of Overseas Vietnamese Language School, with 47 members of board of directors and about 3,000 teachers from more than 300 Vietnamese language schools on over world, serving approximately about 40,000 TK to 12 students, mostly in the United States of America and Canada. Throughout language, cultural, and educational activity, we serve all Vietnamese regardless of gender and community origin, of purpose of connecting and strengthening family relationships, promoting the understanding between parents, children, grandparents, grandchildren, and reduce conflict among generations of Vietnamese residing overseas. Today, I would like to talk about a little bit of new program for after-school Vietnamese heritage language program. This is a new program from work between a non-profit with the Ganro, the Ganro district, right? Ganro United School District. Okay, the student attending to after-school Vietnamese heritage language program will be participate in the project-based and learning, where they will learn to language via engaging lesson and due the current affecting teaching practice and activity that reflect the Vietnamese custom and cultural learning to the presenting, sharing, and their project on the last day of each section. That's it about the Ganro United School District has partnered with the Union of Overseas Vietnamese Language Schools. Today, I would like to introduce to the few more that my partner work with us say here, like the board, called the board of director, roster, present in here are Diệu Quyên Quang Nguyen, co-founder, president of executive. Just come over here. And next one is Lan Lang Nguyen, the president assistant and as a program coordinator of After School Vietnamese Heritage Language Program. And Cindy, you too. Cindy Tran, he member council government in the Ganro City. You know that. He was the principal, one of 60 schools in the South California. And also she's side lead of the after-school program at Ganro United School District. And myself, I'm Alan Nguyen, the founder and president of the External Affairs as well. So thank you for your pay attention, and very honored to stay here and talk something. And we feel very, very good. The Quang Nguyen, she stayed with us about maybe 30 years. I could go co-founder, and I may be a founder. And all the ladies, the young lady, that time was too young, that's why I cannot try at the time. But right now, they do very, very well. Thank you so much for Đỗ Vinh that introduced us. Thank you. part-time photographer.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Madam Clerk, I'm almost afraid to ask. Are we going back to oral communication now? All right, good. I got it. Onward.
First speaker, we have Jamie Sanders.
Hello. Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. My name is Jamie Sanders. I'm a 12-year resident of Garden Grove in District 6. First, I want to commend the city for its continued Return to Field program. It's been amazing, and it's absolutely future forward and leads the way. I'm asking the council to adopt 3 more common sense policies, which are mandatory spay and neuter, breeder permits, and a ban on the sale of puppies and kittens in the city. These measures are already in place in many other cities. For example, Pasadena, Santa Monica, Long Beach, West Hollywood, they all have these laws in place. This is an issue that affects public costs, neighborhood quality of life, and animal welfare. When breeding is unregulated, animals left unaltered, the result is predictable: more unwanted litters, more stray animals, more shelter intake, and more taxpayer expense. Animal control calls cost money, sheltering animals costs money, preventable overpopulation of dogs and cats costs money, and euthanizing animals costs taxpayer money. Breeder permits will create accountability and generate revenue for the city. Without oversight, backyard breeding and neglect can flourish, and families may unwillingly purchase animals that are unhealthy. Also, without breeders' permits, there's just more illicit breeding. So for, profit, which is kind of what we're seeing now. Stopping the sale of puppies and kittens will reduce the supply, and it'll still allow shelters to be able to find homes for their animals that they have confined. It's not about punishing responsible pet owners. It's about setting reasonable standards that protect animals, protect consumers, and reduce avoidable public expense. These laws would also allow animal control officers to enforce issues. Other cities have acted. I'm hoping that Garden Grove will fall right in line behind. And so I respectively ask the council to direct a study and bring forward ordinances for mandatory spay and neuter, breeder permits, and ending the puppy and kitten sales in the city. Thank you so much for your time.
Next, we have Andy Ontiveros. We do have the Ontiveros family approaching.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Andy. I wanted to say thank you to Garden Grove Police Department for the autism awareness sticker and for keeping me safe in the community. Thank you.
Next, we have Aiden Ontiveros.
Thank you. I wanted to say thank you.
And Ruby Garcia.
Well, good evening, Mayor, City Council, and City Manager Lisa Kim and staff. I'm actually here to invite you guys to District 3's Cindy Tran's Cleanup Community Day. It's going to be April 18th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. At the Garden Grove Sports Recreation Center on 13641 Deodara Garden Grove. And she's going to be providing some snacks, drinks, and prizes. And you can contact Cindy at 714-337-1292 for any further information. They're going to be cleaning up District 3. Her event's been supported by the Vietnamese Students Association, the Rotary Club, Neighborhood Association, Police and Fire, Advanced Beauty College, Tan Son Tofu, the Andy and Aiden Safety Group, and the OC Women's Business Chamber. Thank you.
Next, we have Alexa Felice.
Hello. Hi, I'm Alexa Felice Spanley, and this is Peanut. He's my emotional support animal. And I really didn't prepare anything in writing today, but I wanted the opportunity to at least meet you and say hello and speak on behalf of the organization that I started. So I am the founder of Everybody Deserves Love. And once I graduated from Cal State Fullerton with my degree in human services, I knew I wanted to help people. I just didn't know what that was going to look like. And then I went into modeling, and I realized that I had a lot of body image and self-image issues, and that was the need that I wanted to support. And with Everybody Deserves Love, our mission is to empower humanity to love themselves. And I know it's a very big goal, but I want to start here in Garden Grove. And thanks to a lot of the people that I grew up with here in Garden Grove, they have been opening doors for us to create safe spaces. I take on students from Cal State Fullerton, Cal State Long Beach, and Cal State LA right now to train them and educate them in how to facilitate safe spaces. And we want to support the Garden Grove community as much as we can with these college interns that are ready to facilitate and support the staff that are already doing such a great job in Garden Grove and in the school system. But I can't help but look back at my education and my time in school and think about how much I was struggling to fit in when really I was always born to stand out. And nobody really told me that. And I know I had counselors and I had supportive parents, but there was something going on in my head that needed constant support. And there wasn't really a place for me to regulate or learn those really important tools. And I believe that one of the best ways that we can learn how to love ourselves is to provide ourselves with an environment that is supportive and educating us on emotional intelligence, communication skills, how to show up in the workforce, and also how to have empathy and understanding for people who might not always fit in, like me. I tried to find community and support and really understand what was going on inside of my mind, but nobody really taught me about what mental health was. So through my internship program, I've been able to educate these young people on tools like emotional regulation, affirming identity, and really teaching them how to show up in these spaces where they don't always feel welcome, seen, valued, or heard. And that has made a huge difference in their confidence and how they're showing up in the workforce. I get so many calls from other counties because my students have gone through my program and they use me as a reference for the jobs that they're applying for in social work, in psychology, child adolescent development. But also the amazing thing about Everybody Deserves Love is we welcome people like Sabode and other people on the autism spectrum, because inclusion really is for everybody, and everybody really does deserve love, and it starts with us supporting those who are already trying to get those message out. So continue to help us integrate into the schools so we can do more good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Subodh Garg.
Hello, everyone. My name is Subodh, and you might know me from the Emmy Award Netflix series Love on the Spectrum. I grew up nearby in Cerritos and have gotten involved in our local community, including here in Garden Grove, thanks to Alexa, and everybody deserves love. Today, I want to talk about the month of April, Autism Awareness Month, and what inclusion means to me. Specifically, I want to highlight how inclusion in the community and in the workplace has changed my life. I am super smart. I am a hard worker. I am a kind and social person. I pick up tasks quickly, and I love being able to be part of a workplace like everyone else. My coworkers love me, and I love them. Unfortunately, because of my autism, I would not be able to achieve this dream of being part of a workplace without the crucial accommodations that my employer and support teams have given me. Inclusion means a lot of things to a lot of people. To me, it means my employer accommodating a job coach who can help me understand instructions on my own time. It means having a manager who allows me to step away for a few minutes when I am feeling overwhelmed or overstimulated. It means providing me with a schedule that allows me to be at my best in the workplace. It means giving me tasks that suit my unique strengths and put me in a position to succeed, not encourage me to fail. For example, I can sometimes struggle with communication and grammar, but I am a super math whiz. I type super fast and love working with numbers. At my current job at Catella Deli in Los Alamitos in OC, I love inputting invoices and calculating expenses. But if I had to write complex reports, I think that would be very stressful for me. Inclusion can even mean treating me the same as any employee in my workplace. I have special needs, but I am not special. I am not a charity case. I'm a valuable employee. I and others on the spectrum can, with patience, understanding, and the right accommodations, be stars of the workplace. I urge anyone who is listening to open your minds to what is possible. Do not count us out. Do not pity us. But please give us the tools we need to thrive, and not only will we be fulfilled, the whole world will win. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Arati Garg.
Oh man, how do I follow that? Well, I'll do my best. I'll keep it brief. My name is Arti. I'm Subodh's sister. I just wanted to also highlight, in regards to the proclamation, to recognize Autism Awareness Month, how important it is to not only raise awareness of autism, but also acceptance. Subodh and I grew up nearby in Cerritos, but we struggled for a lot of our childhood because of the lack of acceptance in our community. Autism it causes some issues for my brother, but he's so smart, he's so able, and there's so many resources out there that make him a functioning member of society. His desires are the same as any young adult's. He wants to find love. He wants to have friends. He wants to have a job. So I just want to make it clear that by extending different types of inclusion tools to local businesses, to local governments, we allow the opportunity for those agencies and those organizations to make the world a better and safer place for someone like my brother. I deeply appreciate your recognition of Autism Awareness Month, and I hope that we continue to discuss the different facets of what autism acceptance means to different people. For us, it starts and ends with seeing people with autism the same as everyone else. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Nicole Jaimes. And following Nicole, we will have Nicholas Tibbs and then Charlene Cuellar.
All right, hi, I'm Nicole Jaimes. Changed what I was going to say a whole bunch of times. Originally, I was going to talk about Flock, but so now I kind of want to follow along with, I don't want to butcher her name, but who she was speaking about, because Garden Grove Unified School District at their ATP program, the students make candles, but this program only goes until they're 22 years old. So how can we not help our residents who are in these types of programs bridge and build upon the skills that they are learning in these programs? So I think that would be, really cool if someone could transfer those skills somewhere else. But also what I kind of want to speak about was the Blue Envelope program. So I tried to see, I know some counties do it. I couldn't find anything for our county. And so essentially what this is, it's, a voluntary program. It's free. Some departments actually pass out little envelopes, or they do seatbelts. But essentially it's for, a simple identification system to, for, first responders or anyone in the city to kind of be like, this person might need a little bit more support during the interactions. And it's either an envelope that contains, important documents. It's a decal on a car. It's, a little seatbelt cover. There's lots of different things. So I noticed that we're passing out stickers, and stickers are great, but I would kind of love to see what else we're doing as, the police department, as a city, to support the special needs and autistic community. I'd like to kind of see some of our holiday events have maybe some times catered for those with the special needs community. And also for the new city park, we have like, I think it's one park that's like an inclusive park, but we don't have any that are universally accessible. So at least with this new park that we're thinking of building, we're not thinking you guys are going to do it, but maybe it's possible to edit it to a way so we could actually have a universally accessible park, so our families don't have to look up where their kids are able to go in the playground. They could actually stay here. That would be really great too. And also maybe just make a reel and talk about, this is what we do in, Garden Grove. This is how we support our community. These are the programs that we have. And just that way the community knows more on what we do. And obviously don't stop handing out stickers. I think everyone likes stickers. But just do a little bit more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Nicholas Tibbs.
Mayor Kloffenstein, members of the council, I'm Nicholas Tibbs, teacher, educator. I've said this before, I'll say it again. We have to do more to protect our children from the harmful effects of screen time addiction, social media abuse problems, and so on. Fifth grader at Hazard Elementary School committed suicide. She was being bullied on Instagram back in October of 2019. I want to mention a couple of websites, Social Emotional Pause, PAWS.com, and I'm the founder of DIBS, D-I-B-S, digitalwellness.net. I want to start off with a quote from President John F. Kennedy, who said, "Technology has no conscience of its own. Whether it will be a force for good or ill depends on man. Yet swayed by digital age myths, we are providing our children with remarkably little guidance on their use of technology. And so he had the forward vision to see that technology is a problem. Next month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so at your next council meeting, and I'd like to ask City Manager Lisa Kim, I'm giving you a copy as well as the other council members, please revise your resolution on mental health awareness to include the importance of warning children and parents of screen time addiction. So this resolution addressing social media use, screen time, and youth mental health was passed by the Orange County Board of Health in North Carolina. And so I've given this to you in multiple emails. It's time to take action. I'm asking the city manager and the council members to please take portions of this and incorporate it into updating the city's resolution for hopefully at the next meeting for May. I want to say that Newsweek is reporting that Generation Z, and this affects the workforce, Newsweek is reporting that Generation Z is unemployable, that is not employable due to the lack of work habits, and technology is making them antisocial. Parents are concerned about screen time at school. The recent federal court cases in Los Angeles and New Mexico against Meta, the juries ruled that Meta and other social media companies are causing mental illness among children. Craig Durfee and I have been working on this for years, but it's finally now getting to the point where more people are becoming aware. Awareness is part of it. That's why I ask you to please pass a resolution and incorporate some of these key points that I've given you multiple times on this resolution. You don't have to do much work. Just take some of these key points and put it into your resolution. Will somebody do that? I'm asking the city manager to take the lead on that. I appreciate your listening. We have to do more to protect the children and have a better workforce. Thank you.
Next, we have Charlene Cuellar.
Good evening, Mayor Kloffenstein, City Council members, city staff, and neighbors. My name is Charlene Cuellar. I am a Garden Grove resident, GGUSD parent of 3, and family advocate, civic volunteer right here in Trustee Area 2. Hi. I'm here tonight to warmly invite you all to a special community event, May the 4th Be With You. Taking place on Sunday, May 3rd from 12 to 5 at Stillcraft in Garden Grove. This is a family-centered Star Wars-themed event and celebration of all the good force in Garden Grove, happening right here in our city. I brought together local businesses, community organizers, civic clubs, and neighbors to create a fun and interactive experience for families, one that celebrates connection and community spirit. My journey in volunteering started in my child's classroom through PTA. And through that experience and the years that followed, I've discovered something powerful, the power of knowing your neighbors. Garden Grove is such a beautifully diverse city. We all come from different backgrounds and experiences. But what unites us is the good force of service, of community, homegrown community spirit. And that is an important thing to celebrate. I would truly love to welcome you all and to have your support and presence at this community celebration as we continue to build a more collaborative and connected city together. Thank you for your service for this place that we call home, and may the good force be with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Christine Edis.
All right, good evening, Good evening, council and mayor and staff. I want to express my appreciation to all the yes votes in November 2025 who prioritized the needs of our diverse communities by passing Resolution 20, reaffirming community harmony and standing in solidarity with our immigrant communities. This includes the updating of the city website to include Know Your Rights with valuable informational resources where our residents feel validated and supported. Of course, it would be great to have additional resources available. However, this is a good starting point. Those of you who are running for re-election this year, I hope that you remember who supported our communities, the countless meetings and email requests urging for the city to do something and to stand in solidarity with our neighbors. Since there are so many important proclamations, and I do support them, I hope that we can work together and get a standalone proclamation for Indigenous Peoples Day in the near future. I also want to read a letter from Mrs. Sutherland, who we just had a dedication in West Garden Grove for her 30 years of service for her compassion and dedication to students. So this is on behalf of her. She wrote this to City Council, especially Philip Nguyen and Ariana. Thank you for giving of your time to attend the Wakeham School celebration on March 7th. I felt so honored. Please know that your efforts on Garden Grove City Council to restore people's rights are appreciated. Sincerely, Shirley Sutherland. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Matsat Tepewayolotsin.
Kualitutaki, me hija ni toka masat ni tokan tekpat ni nahatapilatin ni nahameshika ni kanochankali hujutugna tongva carbileños. I said, hello, good afternoon. My name is Masat. I'm from the Running Deer clan, Obsidian Knife clan, Heart of the Mountain clan. This is Chichiltic, my emotional, sacred Xoloscuinca Aztec Mexica Native American dog. I'm here because I was invited, but I've been wanting to come and support and tell you guys that hopefully Indigenous Peoples Day can get passed in the near future, because I know we do have federally recognized tribal members of the Dene Nation and Tohono O'odham Nation, and I think it would be on your side in a good way to show respect to the federally recognized tribes that defended our country from the enemy. If it wasn't for Native American code talkers, we would not be here. And number two, I would like to request for maybe somehow with the city manager and the school board somehow connect with the city council on removing the Bolsa High School matador. That was a colonizer colonist, and it affects people psychologically, spiritually, emotionally. So we can't have a mascot. I know at Fullerton Indians, we got rid of Indians. We're not from India. All respect for Indian people from India, Gandhi. And I know also colonist is coming down to Anaheim High School in November. We've been pushing really hard. I'm from Anaheim. I love coming to the Vietnamese American community. I really respect the ways of the indigenous native peoples of Vietnam, Little Saigon. So I come from Anaheim to eat that traditional tofu pho soup. I hope I said that correctly. And number three, if we can have a mural. I like the Vietnamese mural that came up on Brookers. So when I drive by Brookers, that beautiful mural of Vietnamese culture, the hat, traditional hat, I don't know how to say it, or English or in the native language. My first language is Mexicano, and then Spanish and then English, so I'm trilingual. And a good friend of mine introduced me to David Vasquez, Lupe Lopez. Thank you so much. Christine's sister right behind us. And number four, we also support the resolution number 20 for immigrant rights. I said, thank you so much, and all my relations were all related, and I hope we come in a humble, respectful way. We didn't mean any disrespect. Thank you so much. Gracias.
Thank you.
Mayor, that concludes all the speaker cards.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk. All right, that will conclude oral communication at this time. We do have a written communication this evening, number 2.
This evening, item number 2 is a consideration of a written request from the Christ Cathedral Parish, Diocese of Orange, to extend the operating hours and make an exemption to the city's noise ordinance for the annual Marian Days scheduled in 2026 and 2027. And Deputy Director Janet Pelayo is here to provide the report.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. Staff received a written request on behalf of the Christ Cathedral Parish, Diocese of Orange, to request approval to extend the operating hours and make an exemption to the city's noise ordinance and extend their higher noise levels for the annual Marian Days event scheduled at the Christ Cathedral property on Thursday, July 9th through Sunday, July 11th, and on Saturday, July 11th, let me make that correction, 2026, and Thursday, July 8th through Saturday, July 10th, 2027. Over the years, the Diocese of Orange has organized events and conferences on their private property. The annual event, Marian Days, has been held since 2021 and draws Vietnamese faithful from Orange County, Los Angeles, San Diego, San Bernardino, and San Jose. In 2025, the event welcomed approximately 30,000 attendees over 2 days, including a significant presence of out-of-state and international visitors. The Diocese of Orange would like to request to extend the operating hours from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the 3-day event that will be held at Christ Cathedral property in 2026 and in 2027. Additionally, this request would also require the approval to make an exception to the Garden Grove Municipal Code for the hours listed in the noise ordinance establishing lower noise thresholds after 10 p.m. Approval of this request will not have a financial impact to the city. The police department will be reimbursed for all personnel services provided during the event. Staff recommends that the City Council consider the written request on behalf of the Christ Cathedral Parish, Diocese of Orange. This concludes my staff report. We do have representatives here from the Diocese of Orange and staff as well to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the report. Colleagues, any questions or comments?
Madam Mayor, just one quick question on, this is an annual event, and I don't think I've heard, and every year they come and ask us to extend the operating hours. I haven't heard one complaint. Am I wrong in that? None of the neighbors have really complained or anything about this. Have you heard anything?
I have not received anything. I could always double check with our Garden Grove PD, but to my knowledge, we have not received any issues. I think that the event is mostly mass and services that are held there during the hours of the event, and so it's nothing that would really cause for any complaints.
Yeah, it's not like a heavy metal concert or anything
Right.
like that. It's the church, right? So,
Right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then we'll go to you.
Yes, I would like to have a comment on this one. This Marian Days is, this event is every year, annually. And as you say, we never have any complaint. So I think it's very good that we can go ahead and approve for the 26th and 27th. Thank you.
So for those that have never been at this event, I would love to invite you to come. And for the resident out there, the church is a beautiful church. The location and the atmosphere and also the activity is religious. And there will be entertainment, there will be food, and a lot of fun things that for you to visit, but also enjoy the entertainment. And as I think the concern was just if anyone feel or complain about the time extent, but there were no complaint. And so I'm part of that group too, in a way that like every year my student would perform traditional taiko drum and dances at the event. So of course I would love to support it 100%. And like I said, I would love to invite more people to come and see what we have in Garden Grove City. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful staff report. I'm very excited that we're going to be approving this tonight. This is an event that has grown every single year and just continues to draw so much beautiful and positive attention to our city, to District 6, which I'm always very happy about. But I will say I'm very impressed, and I continue to be impressed by the work that all of the members of the planning committee for this event do every year, because they continue to push themselves to make this event even better than the previous year. And they do such a good job managing all of the traffic and getting people from one parking lot to another, so they can get to all of the functions comfortably and in a timely manner. So this has become a very wonderful event for our community that draws in folks from all over Orange County and all over Southern California. So I can't wait to be there. I'm excited for another wonderful Marian Day celebration. Thank you.
Yeah, this is a very beautiful event. I know my colleagues and I attended the ceremony, opening ceremony last year, and I look forward to attending it again this year. Any other comments or questions?
Yes.
Happy to move.
Okay.
I second.
We have a motion and a whole bunch of seconds. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes, motion carries.
Thank you. All right, at this time we will recess and conduct other legislative bodies. That will take us to successor agency. Call roll, please.
Member Bredigam?
Here.
Member Nguyen?
Here.
Member Tran?
Here.
Member Dovin? Member Aristegui?
Here.
Vice Chair Muñetón?
Here.
And Chair Kloppenstein.
Here. We've already handled our communication, so that takes us to the consent calendar. I have one item, receive and file the minutes from the March 10th meeting.
Second.
All right, motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes, motion carries.
All right. Any matters from members? Seeing none, we will adjourn and head to Sanitary District. Madam Clerk, call roll, please.
Member Bredigam?
Here.
Member Nguyen?
Here.
Member Dovin? Member Muñetón?
Here.
Member Aristegui?
Here.
Vice President Tran?
Here.
And President Kloppenstein.
Here. All right, once again, we have held oral communication. That moves us to our consent calendar, which is item 1, approve of an amendment and agreement with HF&H Consultants for solid waste consulting. I can take that in one motion unless somebody wants to. Do you have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
All right, we'll move on to items for consideration. Number 2.
Item 2 is approval of an approval of an agreement with the County of Orange for municipal solid waste disposal and approval of a revision to the 2022 amended and restated agreement with Republic Services. And this is a joint action item with the City Council. And and Mark Ladney is here to provide the report.
Thank you, Liz. Tonight, the Sanitary District Board is being asked to consider entering into an agreement with the County of Orange for municipal disposal at the county-owned landfill system. This agreement, known as the WISE Agreement, which stands for the Waste Infrastructure System Enterprise, is a new version of the Waste Disposal Agreement that the Sanitary District originally entered into with the county in 1997. The WDA, as it's known, has been amended several times since its inception. The original WDA provided guaranteed landfill capacity for reduced rates, but did not account for increased operational or other costs. The WDA only allowed for CPI adjustments and not for costs associated with landfill capacity, maintenance, legislative compliance, or other operational issues. The new version, the WISE Agreement, is a 10-year agreement with one option for renewal. Starting in fiscal year 2030 and 2031, there are provisions in the agreement for the county to meet and confer with the Orange County City Managers Association about further adjustments to rates or freezing the rates if so warranted. For your reference, the full impact of the WISE Agreement is included as attachment in Exhibit D. Additionally, both the Sanitary District Board and the City Council are being asked to consider a revision to Exhibit D of our 2022 amended and restated agreement with Republic Services to add a new service option, which is a 3 cubic yard split bin for both recycle and regular trash, and then also to remove a temporary 3 cubic yard construction waste dumpster that does not meet current regulatory compliance. That concludes the staff report. We're available for any questions.
Thank you very much. Colleagues, questions? Yes.
Question, do we have a fourth bin for food waste?
There is no fourth bin for food waste. That's part of the organics program, and it is covered with the organics. There are two separate organics programs that Republic offers. One is a mixed waste program, which is yard waste and food waste, and then a food waste only program that is just for restaurants.
And that's not on this agreement. We're not revising anything that affects that.
This agreement, since organic waste, landfill, and recycled materials do not go to the landfill, they're not subject to the WISE agreement rates. It's only the material that goes to landfill that's subject to the increase in disposal costs.
And your reading is this revision of this agreement is going to be 10 years out?
It's a 10-year agreement. The first 3 years of the agreement were negotiated with the Orange County City Managers Association for a stepped increase. After year number 3 is when it becomes a blended CPI adjustment for the remaining term of the contract.
When was the last time the council voted on something like this?
The council voted in 2025 to extend the existing WDA for 1 year while we continue negotiations with the county. Originally, the county wanted to increase the disposal fee from our current rate of around $43 per ton to $82 per ton for disposal in a 1 year time period.
So our departments have reviewed this and find it in line with what we wanted to negotiate?
The Orange County City Managers Association acted as the negotiating party on behalf of the Garden Grove Sanitary District and the other 34 cities and jurisdictions within the county. The OCCMA believes that this is the best deal that we could have received given the situation and the circumstances.
So it's in line with the county-wide rates and that we won't be below or higher or be right in the medium range?
Yeah, the WISE agreement is strictly just for disposal costs for what goes to landfill. This does not include any rate adjustments that Republic is entitled to under the agreement.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, Mark, what will average Joe Blow Garden Grove resident notice with this? What would be the most obvious thing?
There is going to be an increase in the residential rate. That increase is approximately $2.80 for fiscal year 26-27. And from projections and figures that we've tried to calculate for future years, it's going to be an 84-cent per month rate adjustment for the following 2 years. We do not know what the rate impact is going to be for fiscal year 29-30 because of the blended CPI. However, when we calculated at that rate out, that rate has averaged about 4.3% per year for the last 4 years.
And as far as the containers,
there's no change in
you're gonna still have your
containers.
same 3 containers. You're gonna take them out to your curb on whatever your garbage night is, and nothing changes.
There's no change to the way that we're managing trash. It's just a change in the disposal.
Okay, and then it's $2.80 increase and possibly more as the years go on.
Correct.
Thank you very much.
Is this increase in rate applied to resident only or with commercial, the same thing?
It applies to commercial also. Commercial
Same
rates, yep, yes. It's what's happening is currently the county landfill system charges right around $43 per ton for anything that goes to the landfill. And the gate fee, the tipping fee as they call it, is being raised in the first year to $67. So it applies to every residence, every business, every multifamily property within the county that uses the county landfill system.
Thank you.
Good questions, colleagues. Anyone else have any further questions or comments? This is a tough one to wrap our head around, and as well as for the public, but this isn't something just affecting Garden Grove. And I think it's important to mention that this is something that's bigger than that. And I know we had a seat at the table with these negotiations, and a great deal of work went into it. And I know City Manager Lisa Kim, you probably can add to that.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the City Council. This was a subcommittee of the Orange County City Managers Association, of which I was a part of. And it was very difficult negotiations with the county as they had contemplated the future closure of the landfill in Brea. That's anticipated next year, and then expansion of landfills currently being planned at the other two locations. So obviously, all 34 cities and jurisdictions that bring their waste to the landfills had to negotiate collectively, and the subcommittee was the negotiation team on behalf of the cities. And so what you have before you is meeting in the middle. The original goal of the county was to increase the gate fee or that tipping fee to that $83, and we were able to negotiate a smoothing or a phase-in of that effort. So this was a compromise to address capacity and cost and just the operations of their infrastructure and the assets relating to Orange County Waste and Recycling. So at this point in time, this is the only source in which the city's waste will be deposited into. So it's, at this point, staff is recommending approval to advance the agreement, and we have until April 30th to return an executed document to the county.
Thank you, City Manager Kim. Colleagues, any other questions? Otherwise, I will entertain a motion.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes. Motion carries.
Thank you. Moving on to matters. Anything from board members? Seeing, yes.
There were a couple emails this week. I got one today about some sanitary issues. You know what? Never mind. I'll take that. I'll take that elsewhere.
All right, fair enough. Then with that, we will adjourn and head back to our regular council meeting.
Madam Mayor, can we have 5 minutes?
Sure, we're going to take a 5-minute recess. All right, we're going to go ahead and reconvene the meeting, and that will take us to our consent calendar. Earlier, I had asked to pull item 6, and Mayor Pro Tem had asked to pull item 15. So if I could get a motion on the balance, unless somebody would like to pull anything else.
Balance.
Second it.
Okay, motion is second on the balance. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes, motion carries.
Okay. Before I go into item number 6, I believe there's a group of people still out there, Ruby and her family and some others that would like to come in, I think, for this. Thank you. All right. Item number 6 this evening is a proclamation recognizing April as Autism Awareness Month. And we have some very special guests in the audience this evening. We have Ruby Garcia and her children with the Andy and Aiden Safety Group, and we have our GGPD Community Liaison Team, and we have Everybody Deserves Love. And so I wanted to take a moment to read this proclamation, if I could, this evening. Whereas autism, also known as autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is a neurological and developmental condition that typically begins in early childhood and continues throughout a person's life, often characterized by differences in social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and patterns of repetitive behaviors. Autism affects millions of individuals and families worldwide, including approximately 5.4 million Americans, and an estimated 1 in 31 children in the United States are identified as having ASD, with Orange County reporting one of the highest prevalence rates in the state of California. While there is no cure for autism, research shows that early diagnosis, evidence-based interventions, and supportive services can significantly improve outcomes in areas such as learning, communication, social relationships, and daily living skills, helping individuals achieve greater independence and employment opportunities. Individuals with ASD and their families often require lifelong access to specialized care, educational resources, and community support services to ensure their health, safety, and well-being, while also addressing the emotional and financial challenges that families may experience. And whereas the City of Garden Grove is committed to promoting autism awareness and acceptance, inclusion, and self-determination, and to supporting efforts that ensure every individual with ASD has the opportunity to achieve the highest possible quality of life. Now, therefore, the Garden Grove City Council does hereby proclaim April 2026 as Autism Awareness Month in the City of Garden Grove, and encourages all residents to increase their understanding of autism and to support efforts that foster inclusion, respect, and opportunities for individuals living with autism. I want to thank you all so much for being here tonight, and that's my motion on item number 6. Do I have a second? Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
Thank you so much, and thank you all for everything that you're doing in the community of Garden Grove and for Orange County to spread awareness and on this Autism Awareness Month. Thank you all so much. Please.
Mayor Kloffenstein, City Council, and City Manager Lisa Kim, and City staff. My name is Ruby Garcia. I'm a resident of District 6, as well as the founder of the 501c3 nonprofit, the Andy and Aiden Safety Group. Our organization works with public safety agencies to host safety events for families with special needs. We're here today to express our gratitude for your proclamation of April as Autism Awareness Month. This recognition is significant and meaningful for families with special needs, as every day they advocate for a more inclusive world for their loved ones. I truly believe that our amazing city has been a leader in inclusivity for autism, welcoming and supporting families living in this community. From experiences at the park where our city staff make all families feel welcome, check on our kids and are okay during concerts at the park, and also involving my son Andy and another special needs adult in the community by allowing them to flyer in the Buena Clinton Center. So to me, the involvement in city activities is super important. And also, always thank you guys for supporting and continuing to come to communities come together. You consistently show up for our community, and thank you for the support. And now to the exciting item. This year, Garden Grove PD has launched the Autism Awareness Sticker, which we worked on collaboratively and have been talking about this launch for years. And we have talked about patches and other items that we could show our support for autism, our autism community. So when we brought the idea together as a team with the community liaison team, we told Brittany, we want some stickers, and literally her exact words were, "Say less." In 5 minutes, we had these stickers printed, and these stickers are free to the public and can be picked up at the Garden Grove PD station. And honestly, this is a dream and vision come true, not only for my family, but every family. And we all matter. So this is really a badge of honor for our community. So thank you to the Garden Grove Police Department, the Community Liaison Team, AKA our Dream Squad, and Chief Alfara for your ongoing support and collaboration in creating these safety events. It truly feels like we're one team working together to foster safety and inclusion. Together as one Garden Grove, we have launched Communities Come Together, not only here in Garden Grove, but other cities. So it's the word of mouth of support of each and everyone in this community that can make this happen. We're now launching in San Diego County, which is one of our biggest events that we're gonna have this year. And also having open conversation about new safety topics and how to keep our community safe. So the autism awareness stickers are beautiful. We're grateful and thankful, and let's continue to promote inclusion, acceptance, and awareness together. Let's wear our stickers with pride as there are more inclusion programs coming your way in Garden Grove, so stay tuned.
Thank you, Ruby.
I will keep it brief. My name is Brittany Brantner, and I work for the Garden Grove Police Department in the Community Liaison Division. Over the last 5 years that I've been in the unit, I've participated in 4 of those community come together events. And it's a chance for individuals on the spectrum to interact with our police officers. They learn how to call 911. They learn how to identify officers because our officers don't always wear the same uniforms. So it gives that chance for them to interact with us as well as with our partners with OCFA. And like Ruby said, we have more partnerships coming between the Garden Grove Police Department and Andy and Aiden.
Thank you. Thank you guys very much. All right, item 15.
Item 15 is approval of an amendment to the agreement with Sevco DBA IRV Seaver Motorcycles for the repair of city-owned police department motorcycles. And Director Sam Kim is here to provide the report.
Madam Mayor and members of City Council, tonight City Council is being asked to review and approve an increase to the on-call services contract with Sevco doing business as RV Seaver Motorcycles for as-needed repairs of city-owned police department motorcycles. On May 15, 2025, the city entered into a one-year agreement with 4 one-year renewal options in the amount of $50,000 annually with Sevco Motorcycles, the city's provider for police department motorcycle repairs. Under the previous contract, the police department operated 9 traffic division BMW motorcycles. That number has since increased to 14 motorcycles under the current contract. Sevco Motorcycles remains the best fit for the Garden Grove Police Department because it is closest authorized dealer to the city. Given the frequency of officers' drop-offs and pickups, rising repair costs, and 2 major accidents within the last 6 months, it is in the city's best interest to use a nearby dealer that minimizes downtime and keeps officers available for patrol. Therefore, staff is recommending the approval for amending the on-call services contract, increasing the amount of $50,000 for a total of $100,000 per year to cover the increased cost of repairs for the initial term and the remaining optional years. There is no impact to the general fund. This cost is budgeted within the fiscal year's fleet management fund. This concludes the staff's report, and staff is here to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam
Mayor Pro
Mayor,
Tem?
I pulled this, you know, when we get these agendas, usually on Thursday before the meeting, and I go through them and read over it. And, you know, I'm going over this, and the math just wasn't mathing, you know, at least for me. You know, I'm looking into it. I talked to Sam, and, you know, just now it's really not mathing. I'm very supportive of this. I realize we need to do this because we have some motorcycles that need to be fixed ASAP. Get them back out on the field, and I get that. But this isn't a $250,000 cost. This is actually a $500,000 cost. We currently have that $250,000 contract. We are adding an additional $250,000 onto the current contract. So we're doubling the size of the contract. So it's a little misleading. I wanted the public to be aware of that this is a total of $500,000, not $250,000. Also, I'm thinking about maintenance of motorcycles. And I did some Googling, and, you know, then I found out basically the city is getting these fully outfitted lights, everything, about $35,000, okay? Well, we could buy 14 new ones with a 5-year warranty for this same $500,000 and not have any O&M associated. So I do understand this is a as-needed contract. So that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna spend this money. It just means they can up to that before they have to come back to us and ask for more money. But I'm thinking there's gotta be a better way. $500,000 in O&M on 14 motorcycles, that's a little high. So with that being said, I'm backing this temporarily, but I want staff to research other ways that we could do this. You know, I had a simple idea. You replace 4 motorcycles every year. Buy 4 new ones with a 4-year, 5-year warranty. If you do that every year, you've replaced all the motorcycles in 4 years, 5 years, and you never have to have maintenance paid for because you could take them in and have them, you can take them in and have them fixed at the dealership under warranty. I mean, you're still gonna have to pay for the oil changes and, you know, brakes and wheels and that kind of stuff, the routine maintenance stuff. But as far as the big maintenance stuff that goes wrong, that'll be all covered under warranty. So I'm hoping staff will look at other methodologies other than just writing a check for $500,000 every 4 years for maintenance of these motorcycles. I think there's some more efficient ways that we can do it. I also think a rotating thing like that, it's gonna be better for the police, it's gonna be better for the public, it's gonna be less work for staff, safer for the police officers if they're having new motorcycles replaced every 4 years instead of riding them till they, plus then you get to sell these motorcycles at the end of their use. And after 4 years, you're gonna recoup about 50% of what you paid for. So you're gonna, you know, save money that way as well. So anyway, I'm hoping staff will look into other options other than writing a check every 4 years for $500,000 for maintenance. And with that, I will make the motion.
Have a second? All right, we have a motion and a second. Did you have a question?
Yeah, actually, I have a quick question. I just want to get a record of what we have done in the past. You know, just see how many times we call and but that I could get it after this meeting, just so that we see the spending that we have in the past and I know that according to this, because there is more need, and that's why we increase this amount. Only use it when we need it. But I want to see what happened in the past, and just so that you could predict it in the future. So thank you.
Sure.
All right, we have a motion and a second with the caveat that there'll be some additional data brought back for council awareness and everything. So thank you. Okay, with that, call for the vote.
Motion received, 7 yes votes. Motion carries.
All right, that takes us to public hearings, item 19.
Item 19 is the approval of fiscal year 2026-27 annual action plan for the use of U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development funding. And Program Specialist Dana Yang is here to provide the report.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. Again, my name is Dana Yang, and I am with the Economic Development and Housing Department, more specifically the Neighborhood Improvement Division. Tonight, I will be presenting the fiscal year 2026 through 27 annual action plan, which outlines how the City of Garden Grove will use federal housing and community development funds provided by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD. The purpose of tonight's public hearing is to receive public input and request City Council approval to submit the action plan to HUD. Each year, HUD requires the city to prepare this plan in order to receive funding. The action plan implements the priorities established in the city's adopted 2025 through 2030 consolidated plan and must be submitted to HUD by June 2nd, 2026. For fiscal year 2026 through 27, the city expects to receive approximately $2.53 million in new HUD funding, along with about $520,000 in prior year carryover funds, for a total of just over $3 million available to support community programs and projects. These funds come from three main sources: Community Development Block Grant, Home Investment Partnerships, and Emergency Solutions Grant programs. The action plan focuses on addressing key community needs, including housing stability, homelessness, infrastructure improvements, economic development, and services for seniors and other vulnerable populations. Starting with public services, funding is capped by HUD at 15% of the CDBG allocation. These funds support programs such as homeless outreach, senior services, Meals on Wheels, and workforce readiness. Collectively, these programs will assist hundreds of residents, including approximately 500 seniors and 200 individuals experiencing homelessness. In the area of public infrastructure, approximately $700,000 is recommended for the Rocking Horse Road Improvement Project, which is expected to benefit more than 4,400 residents by improving neighborhood conditions and accessibility. Other activities, such as the housing programs, the city will invest in both preservation and affordability. Approximately $160,000 is allocated for owner-occupied housing rehabilitation, helping 20 low-income homeowners maintain safe and livable homes per year. Approximately $250,000 in home funds will support tenant-based rental assistance through the HEART program, helping individuals and families experiencing or at risk of homelessness remain housed. Economic development remains a key priority, and approximately $221,000 is recommended to support small businesses and child care providers. Programs such as the Boost program and MicroBiz program will help expand local businesses, improve access to child care, and strengthen the local economy. The city will also continue to address homelessness through Emergency Solutions grant funding. These funds support a range of services, including street outreach, emergency shelter, rapid rehousing, and homelessness prevention. For administrative funds, totaling approximately $430,000 in total, will support program oversight, compliance with federal requirements, and financial management to ensure accountability and effective use of funds. The city has met all HUD citizen participation requirements. Public notices were published in multiple languages, in English, Spanish, and Vietnamese, and the draft action plan has been available for public review, with tonight's hearing providing an additional opportunity for community input. It is important to note the final HUD allocations have not yet been announced. Once received, staff will make minor adjustments to align program budgets with the final funding amounts. In closing, this action plan enables the city to strategically invest more than $3 million in federal funding to support housing stability, economic opportunity, and essential services for our residents. Staff recommends that the City Council open the public hearing, receive comments, and approve submission of the fiscal year 2026 through 27 annual action plan to HUD. Thank you, and I'm available for any questions.
Thank you very much for the report. Before I open the public hearing, any questions of staff? All right, seeing none, we will go ahead and open the public hearing. Is there anyone wishing to speak on this item, number 19? All right, seeing none, I will go ahead and close the public hearing. Colleagues, any comments, other questions?
Really quick, I just want to say thank you for the detail because I was always curious to see how much you spend for this, you know, the outreach and then the homeless, different things. So thank you. I was able to capture some of that. Good job. Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you so much, Dana, and thank you so much, Ursula and the rest of the team, Monica, of course, for putting all of this together. I'm always relieved when I look at the work that you guys bring before us, and I see that you guys are collaborating with important stakeholders in our community. So when I see that we have, you know, Thomas House that we're continuing to collaborate with, when we see that 211 is there, it was done excellent work in our community. I'm really glad that we are continuing to expand our network of trusted partners in the community, and we're continuing to work with folks that we have really strong relationships with. So I'm looking forward to learning when we're going to get final word as to our HUD allocation. We're always awaiting eagerly for the news. So I look forward to getting a final update, and thank you guys so much for everything.
Thank you as well.
Thank you too for how you presented this. I think it's easy to digest. Appreciate the slides. It was great. This is such vital, crucial, and important work. So thank you to all of you for the work that you're doing in this space. And it's very important to be able to transparently show this to the community. It might not be light reading, but it's definitely worth the community's time to really see that, really digging in and see the nuts and bolts work that is so important to our community. So thank you very much. Was that a motion on this side? I thought I heard a motion.
Second.
And we had a, okay, motion and again, a bunch of seconds. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes, motion carries.
All right, that takes us into items for consideration. Number 20.
Number 20 is the approval of an agreement with the County of Orange for municipal solid waste disposal. And this item was heard earlier under the sanitary district, but it is a joint action item with the sanitary district. And Director Sam Kim is here to answer any additional questions.
Well, we just need a motion on this one on the city council. You already had heard the report on the sanitary district.
Okay, thank you.
Move it.
Second.
Second.
All right, call for the vote.
Motion received, 7 yes votes, motion carries.
Could just sat down and said ditto.
Glutton for punishment. All right, that's going to take us to item 21.
Item 21 is approval of an agreement with the County of Orange to provide forensic services for the Garden Grove Police Department. And I believe Chief Elvara? Oh, 21. Oh, excuse me. Item 21 is approval of amendment number 4, agreement with West Yost Associates for professional services for the SCADA implementation projects. And Director Sam Kim is here to provide the report.
Madam Mayor and members of City Council, tonight City Council is being asked to approve amendment number 4, agreement with West Yost Associates for providing professional engineering services for supervisory control and data acquisition, also known as SCADA implementation projects. In September 2020, the city entered into an agreement with the West Yost Associates to provide program management, engineering, design, construction support, and system integration services for implementation of the city's SCADA master plan. The agreement was awarded during the COVID-19 pandemic when global supply chain disruptions and material shortage were not fully foreseeable. These conditions resulted in extended equipment lead times and construction delays, increasing the level of effort required for project management, coordination, and construction support. During the construction phase, additional unforeseen conditions associated with the city's aging infrastructure were encountered. Existing electrical systems, conduit routing, and control interfaces often differ from record drawings, requiring field verification and redesign to integrate into the new SCADA equipment. Operational constraints, including maintaining system reliability at PFAS treatment sites, meeting seasonal demands, and accommodating equipment outages, further increase the coordination and support needs beyond what was anticipated during the design phase. The SCADA implementation program has completed the foundational and global improvement projects, as well as design for all high-priority projects, consisting of 5 reservoir and booster pump station sites. Construction is completed at 3 sites, with 2 sites currently under construction. Design for well 19 and well 26 has been completed, and construction of well 19, including PFAS treatment and SCADA upgrade, is underway. Since the execution of the original agreement, additional scope has been incorporated, including replacement of chemical systems and analyzers at 11 sites. In addition, PFAS treatment facilities have been added at 8 well sites under separate projects. Integration of these facilities into the SCADA system requires additional programming, system integration, standard operating procedure development, and operator training that were not included in the original scope. These added efforts have increased the level of program management required to coordinate with the multiple concurrent projects and maintain system functionality, including temporary SCADA server support. Collectively, these factors have extended the program schedule from October 2024 to November 2028. In order to complete SCADA implementation for projects currently under construction and to support integration for ongoing Well 19 project and upcoming Well 29 project, staff is recommending the approval of amendment agreement number 4 with the West US Associates in the amount of $605,002.42. There is no impact to general funds. This cost will be observed within the Water Enterprise Fund budget for this fiscal year. This concludes staff's report, and staff is here to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Kim. Colleagues, questions, comments, or a motion?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Call for the vote.
Motion receives 7 yes votes, motion carries.
All right, that takes us to item 22.
Now, item 22 is the approval of an agreement with the County of Orange to provide forensic services for the Garden Grove Police Department. And Chief Alfaro is here to provide the report.
Madam Mayor, council members, good evening. This report is to continue a 5-year agreement with the County of Orange for forensic services. Excuse me. The current configuration is 2 lead forensic specialists and 1 forensic scientist 3. That staffing configuration has proven effective in improving scene management, prioritizing DNA casework, and aligning with Orange County Crime Lab standards and best practices. The department is very satisfied with the forensic services provided by the Orange County Lab. The cost for fiscal year 26-27 is $764,623. The funding for forensic services is included in the police department's fiscal year operating budget, and there will be no impact to the general fund. It is recommended that City Council approve the agreement with the County of Orange to provide forensic services to the police department, authorize the mayor to execute the agreement on behalf of the city, including any minor modifications when appropriate, and authorize the city manager or designee to execute future amendments for the remainder of the 5-year agreement through June 30th, 2031. I'm available for any questions.
All right, very good. Thank you, Chief, for the report.
Thank you, Chief. Just a question. I know it came up before. I've inquired and I've got answers, but I just want to confirm that we ourselves, our police department, is not set up to provide forensic services. We don't have our own lab. We've always subcontracted out to the county, and that will continue to be true even when we have the new public safety building. Is that correct?
That is correct. That has proven to be a cost-effective model for us and very efficient for us.
So contracting it out to the county actually saves us a lot of money. If we had to do it ourselves in-house, it's just cost prohibitive.
It does.
Thank you, sir.
You are correct.
Do we do our DNA and all those testing through this process here, or with this, or do those get set out separately to a separate entity?
The DNA goes to the Orange County lab for processing, and obviously, dependent on the nature of the crime, the priority is different for each one.
Move it.
Second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes, motion carries.
All right, item 23.
Item 23 is award of contract to ILB Electric, Inc. for project number CP 138-1000, traffic signal modifications at various locations for fiscal year 2025-26. And Public Works Director Sam Kim is here to provide the report.
Madam Mayor and members of City Council, tonight City Council is being asked to award the contract to ILB Electric Incorporated for the construction of project number CP-138-1000, traffic signal modification at various locations for the fiscal year 2025-26. The project consists of traffic signal modifications at Lamson Avenue and Euclid Street, Lamson Avenue and Weston Avenue, and a streetlight relocation at Acacia Parkway and Nelson Street. The project involves installing new signal equipment, poles, cabinets, pull boxes, conduits, cables, CCTV cameras, vehicle video detection, and curb ramps. As part of improvements, the southerly cross-cutter at Lamson Avenue and Weston Avenue will be reconstructed. 3 bids were received and opened by the City Clerk's office on March 25, 2026. The lowest responsive bidder is ILB Electric with a total bid amount of $1,265,280. This bid is within the current project budget. The licenses, references, and all other documentation of the contractor have been reviewed and verified by the staff and found to be in order. This contract will also comply with the city's community workforce agreement. This project is included in the fiscal year 2025-26 adopted capital improvement budget using the traffic mitigation funds. Should the City Council approve the contract today, construction can begin in May 2026 and complete by November 2026. This concludes the staff's report, and staff is here to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the report. Question, yes.
I can't let Sam go without a question. The bid that the most, lowest responsible bid, ILB, is in line with our engineer's estimate. It's about 7% under, so we're saving a significant amount, over 100,000. Are you comfortable that they will not come back and try to amend or ask for a supplemental?
Yes, we're comfortable with the contractor. We have been using this contractor in the past, and we had a good experience with them.
Okay, excellent. So congratulations for a very successful bid, and our engineers team hard work to make it in line with our budget. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to confirm that they use the traffic signal modification. Is this a rebuild from what we have, or is it a brand new?
It's going to be upgrade to our system, most of it, and then there are some new features included with the projects.
With modern equipment?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion. Oh, okay.
Does this include the signage above the signal lights? Like, for example, like the Garden Grove sign that's green and white and it has a light. Is that included as well, or is it just for the traffic signal?
It's just for the poles and stuff. Sign will remain the same.
Thank you.
Do I have a second? All right, motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes, motion carries.
All right, that takes us into matters. We've already attended to item 24, so we'll start in District 6 with some updates.
Hello, everyone. It's been about a month. It's missed all of you dearly. Happy belated Easter to everybody. So much has happened in the last couple of weeks, so I'm going to try to be as concise as I can and just do some District 6 highlights. So first and foremost, I want to thank all the folks at the Buena Clinton Family Resource Center for putting on a wonderful spring family night. It was a beautiful event, a beautiful tradition that we have in Buena Clinton with a wonderful Easter egg hunt. We had the Easter Bunny. Bracken's Kitchen was there serving the community. Thank you to all of our community liaisons from the police department and our folks from code enforcement who were there also sharing resources with the community. It was a wonderful evening with all of our neighbors. I also want to extend a wonderful thank you to all of our city staff that joined me at Clinton Elementary's Career Day. I had so much fun being there with all of the kids. Thank you to Principal Cusimano and Anita and all of the wonderful teachers there at Clinton Elementary for welcoming us. They sent us lovely notes and letters thanking us for being there. Thank you to our police chief for being so generous and sending so many representatives there, including Nellie. She was very popular. We even had folks from Orange County Mosquito and Vector Control District there, so I was very excited to see Mr. Salvage there with his team showing all of the kids their drones that we use to, tackle all the mosquito issues. It was a wonderful community event, and I want to say this really from the bottom of my heart because as I was talking with my friend Anita, who's a community liaison over there, we didn't have a career day growing up, and it was really great to be able to be there with community and so many of our neighbors. I hope Maheda, thank you so much, Maheda, for being there as well. So wonderful to be able to share with the kids all of the wonderful opportunities that they have in their beautiful and limitless futures. So thank you to everyone in the community, from our police department, our staff, and our neighboring agencies that joined us. It was so much fun. Thank you to Major Matias and the AJROTC department at Santiago High School. They hosted us for the award ceremony for AJROTC, and we had the opportunity to present some awards. It's always a wonderful homecoming to be able to go back to Santiago. I joked that with Major Matias because he's been there ever since I graduated from Santiago, so it's always good to see familiar faces. Wonderful evening with the youth, and also extending my thanks to all of my wonderful teachers from Eisenhower Elementary. Huge congratulations to Ms. Santich for helping put together a wonderful production of Beauty and the Beast with the students at Eisenhower Elementary. I had so much fun at the opening day show. It's just always so great to see the talent in our community and just how proud all of our teachers are of the kids. So great to see everyone doing their part. So thank you guys so much, Eisenhower, for inviting me and always thinking about me. I'm happy to be there and always show love and support. So with that, I'll pass it on to my colleague.
Thank you, Ariana. Good evening, everyone. I want to name a few standout events I recently had the opportunity to attend, including the Garden Grove excavation event at the Garden Grove excavation event, and also the Garden Grove Unified District State of the District, with both of which were incredibly well done and a testament to the strong sense of community we have here. I also appreciate the opportunity to tour the Garden Grove Police Department's new building, and I saw firsthand the progress being made on this and the important investment that's taking place in public safety. I was also honored to serve as a distinguished speaker at the Garden Grove at the Santiago High School Military Ball, an experience that meant a great deal to me. As a proud Santiago High School graduate, being there as a councilwoman was both humbling and full circle, as it gave me the opportunity to connect with students who are following a path of service, discipline, and leadership. Being amongst Santiago community is such a meaningful role, reminding me of the foundation the school provided me and reinforced my commitment to supporting and uplifting the next generation. I recently had the opportunity to host a park cleanup at West Haven Park alongside the Garden Grove High School Environmental Club and my family. It was great to see everyone come together and give back to our community. I want to thank Los Cotijas Tacos Shop for generously donating great food to all our volunteers, and also extend my appreciation to our city staff for helping connect us with Republic Service to support the effort. It was a meaningful event of service and a great example of what we can accomplish when we all work together. So thank you very much for that. Earlier that day, I also had the privilege of going to the ribbon cutting for the bunk cake, and I had so much fun. It was an amazing event. It was so nice to see so many members of our community excited to try these treats, and also they had a lot of fun activities and things that was provided for the children and the people that came out. So I had a lot of fun. I also had a great time attending the Firefighter for a Day event at the Orange County Fire Authority and Orange County Firefighters Local 3631. It was an incredible hands-on experience. I had the chance to rappel from a window, use the jaws of life, and climb a ladder on the fire apparatus. It gave me a glimpse of the hard work, the training and dedication our firefighters go through every single day. It deepened my appreciation for the service they provide to our community. It encourages. I want to encourage everyone to check out my videos and my photos that I was able to share on social media. Lastly, I want to wish our GGPD dispatchers an incredible Dispatcher Appreciation Week. Our dispatchers work around the clock, providing critical information for our officers, and many times provide comfort to the residents when they call in distress. They are the Garden Grove Employees Association members who do great jobs not only in our community, but for our officers. I want to ensure we as a council are supporting our employees both on the and recognizing them this week and also throughout the year. Lately, our associations have not felt heard. I am in constant communication with both GGEA and POA, and there are many concerns that were brought up to my attention on various topics, but one that stood out to me the most was regarding employee retention. In order for us to provide the service our residents expect of us, we need to ensure that our employees, especially our officers, stay with us. I am putting this on notice to our staff and leadership team here, that this is something we remember when negotiating with our association. It is my understanding that our city regularly conducts studies that provide pay comparisons to other jurisdictions. If I can ask the city manager if you can please email me these studies for my own readings. Thank you. That is all for me tonight.
Yeah, Mayor. Thank you, colleagues. At the end of their meetings, we give ourselves time to address any matters that are still under consideration. We have a quite extensive agenda tonight, and without trying to make the meeting longer, I'll be brief. First of all, I appreciate the Mayor Pro Tem Bradigan pulling item number 15 and having a discussion on it, however brief. It's important that we provide the transparency and accountability to our taxpayers. So I promised when I came on council to look after the public's dime in all ways so that we don't have waste or otherwise expend our residents' money without being held accountable and being responsible to them. So I appreciate Mayor Pro Tem pulling that item. I did not pull item number 14, but I'd like to address it now. The reason why I didn't pull it for discussion is because I didn't want to make the meeting longer, and I want to address it without letting it go by and not speak to it, because we voted up $250,000 as requested in compensation, and I want to make sure that our contractor is held accountable to this money that we're expending on behalf of our planning department mostly, because this is our outsourced plan checker contractor, Scott Fazekas and Associates. And the expenditure is to authorize to compensate them for what is essentially extra work that has already happened in most cases, because this only takes us through June 30th, 2026. So I want some accountability on this, what they're billing for and what the reimbursement for. Did we authorize it in advance? Did we know about it? And how does this alleviate our own department's work as far as in-house plan checking? And if this will help with the delays, which there has been some delays. And so the increase by 250,000 is to alleviate delays and pay for services that we are able to collect on the applicants who require the plan checking. So this is not money out of our coffers necessarily. It's supposed to come from the applicants who put in for plan check to develop in our city. And I'm all for development. I just want to make sure that these additional services outside the main scope of review, and I'm reading from the rate and service structure, Exhibit A of item number 14. SFAs, Scott Fazekas and Associates, will not charge for rechecks unless the plans are incomplete or revised, for which the city would collect additional fees from the applicant as well. The city would then have the funds to reimburse SFA. I want an audit. I want to make sure we have the funds that we're reimbursing them up to $250,000, which is a 25 to 33% increase on their $750,000 cap of contract. Additionally, services outside the main scope of review would be charged at a rate of $110 per hour, or as mutually agreed upon based on the salary rate of the employee. A 1 hour minimum is applied for all hourly work. All I'm asking for is accountability. I want a record of any and all reimbursement we make from the applicable dates, which appears as, let me read the dates to be clear. July 1st, 2025 through June 30, 2026. I want a full accounting, and I want that report back at a meeting after the date of June 30, 2026, to see if we indeed did collect those funds from the applicants, and that we reimburse Scott Fasicas and Associates the amounts of extra work that they purport they have provided. And that is just a clear accounting to provide accountability and to assure our applicants that they are getting properly serviced without delays, and that we will reimburse our outside contractors, and we will have to collect additional charges as applicable to move the projects along. So that may involve all of our departments that are in the plan checking, the planning department, the building department, our chief building officer, our directors, and maybe Matt over there could oversee some of this and make sure we get a report on it. I want a full accounting. And I think that they've been under contract since 2017. That means the contract should come up in 2027 for an open and competitive bid. Should we find any discrepancy in their building, those issues will come up. If not, I hope that there will be a successful and smooth implementing of this amendment so that they're fully compensated and continue to provide us the very, very critical services, because we can't do any development without plans being reviewed and approved and permits being issued. So those are, I think, good news. They're good news to our developers, owners and property owners and applicants in our city. Hopefully we alleviate this, these building issues, and take care of it so that there won't be any delays going forward, and we will get a lot of plans approved so people can build in and around our city, because I'm pro-development. I'm a builder myself, so I have a big interest in seeing that my fellow residents are supported in every way we can. But I'm also for in-house plan checking to review that that's a priority. If we have the staff to do it, let's keep it in-house. If we don't and we have to outsource it, we have to let the applicant know what's involved, who's doing the plan checking, and if there's extra time spent, they need to pay for that. It's not coming out of the taxpayers, not coming out of our general funds. It's coming out from the funds we collect from the applicants who have an interest in developing in our city, who needs to be supported, but the cost cannot be passed on to all the residents. To be clear, please bring back reports on that. Thank you.
Yes, Mayor. So I know that it's kind of late, so I'm going to try to skip some of the event that all the council members already mentioned. So first, I just want to say thanks to John Montanches and Janet Pelayo for the Woodbury Park tour. Even though it's not in my district, but they took the time to give us the update and very detailed all the questions I asked. They were able to provide information, so make me feel great about the work that we do for our community. Second, Kinder Caminata. I was able to attend a event with 1,000 kindergarten at the Santa Ana College. They were invited, council members were invited. It was just amazing to see how kids were excited to go to college. Next is the excavation event. It was in my district, so I have to bring it up. Special thanks to Renee and who leading the event, and also Dana. So there was several YouTubers at the event. They were asking why our city sell ticket instead of some other places that just let kids go there and get the egg for free. If you come to the event, many families said that they have been to our city event many times, and even they moved to different city and they still come back because of the thing that we provide to the student or to the kid, make sure that we have enough item, but also for kids that didn't pick any egg, we were able to give them afterward. But also, beside the amazing thing that they did for the student or the kid, as I walked out, I was there most of the time, and I was leaving. There was a little boy with the dad came, and they saw the big sign sold out event. He was so sad walking away with the dad. And I talked to our at the check-in, and I talked to I believe that was Dana, and I was able to ask her to give them the ticket, and they paid for the ticket, and the boy was able to come in, make him so happy, and make me happy too, because I felt so bad, and he was so sad, and he looked at his dad like with the almost tearing eye. So thank you to our staff for being able to flexible and able to support or give the smile to that little boy. Great job at Santiago High School award that where I attend with council member Ariana, and then of course the ball event with council member Yesenia, amazing event, and it was great to see how our student was able to accomplish doing their performance during the military trip. Amazing. Thanks to council member Yesenia to come to the nothing bun cake ribbon cutter, and I know that mayor came after. I have done event to almost with any of the council here. When I first joined, I did the Catholic converter with the Mayor Pro Tem, and then the clean up, right, with council member Philip. And many times with Ariana, because we both in the SCAC. And then the event with meet and greet with council member Chodovin. Mayor, thank you so much that you have attended so many of our events, not just come, you support, you donate, you talk the talk, and you walk the walk. Awesome. But this time, I have a great event with Yesenia. Just a great, every time I go to any business in our city, I always try to promote them. Whether live stream, Facebook, whatever. But Yesenia and I were having so much fun just do the recording and, asking back and forth questions. Her whole family came to support. I felt amazing. So thank you so much to you and your family. And also after that, I came to your cleanup event. You always have great event with the students. So thank you for the opportunity. Earlier, we gave the proclamation to the after-school program. So I just want to say thanks to GGUSD for giving me the opportunity. I was the site lead for Sunnyside, which is in my district. And for the after-school program, I was able to observe and see how the student and the teacher interact with other. It's just great feeling to see that all the students love the teacher, any of the teacher, and then the teacher know them by name and all that. It just, when you come, you experience that, and you just feel so peaceful and like just make your heart smile. So thank you for having that. And then I was invited to the ABC Trade School. I want to bring it back to our city. Anyone older than 18 years old would be able to participate or take the program. It only costs $2,000 for entire year. And after the program, and during the program, you would be able to work making money and work go to school in the afternoon. But some of the people I talked to, they make more than $150,000 after school. The first year they were able to buy houses. So I just want to bring it out there that they didn't need the college degree, just $2,000 a year for 3-4 years, and you would be able to make that much money or more. So more information, you could contact ABC Trade School. Couple events coming up. Thanks to Andy and Aiden Safety Group that mentioned about the cleanup event. So there's gonna be a cleanup event at Garden Grove Park on April 18, Saturday, from 9 to 11, only 2 hours. There will be snack and of course, raffle item. Last time when I did the event with council member Philip, there were more than 20 policemen came. It was just amazing support from our police department. and of course the student, and we have so much fun, and the business around that donate food. So please come and join us. Thanks to Dr. Michael Dow, he just donated $1,000 for the raffle. So there will be a lot of raffle with the gift card. The Chamber of Commerce is going to have the gala on April 17. For more information, you could go to their website. Another event in my district gonna come is Wellness in Bloom at the Southland Center, May 29 from 10 to 4 p.m. Additional information will be sent out later. Black April, there will be, during with the month of April, there will be an event at 5 p.m. Freedom Park in Westminster, but I want to provide information to our residents. The last 2 months or so, I have been walking my district and invite people to come, to the cleanup event, but also observing or checking my district. And some of the things that, the resident brought up, and I was able to take the picture and provide to staff or taking care of it. But also, I want to bring back, when I walk at Garden Grove and Galway, I walked up that street. The first house I knocked, and I asked, is there anything that we can do better as a city? They said, I love this city. I have been many other places, and I love to stay here. So I thought maybe I was lucky, just the first house. Maybe go to the next house, I'm gonna get some negative input and then just try to do what we can do better. The second house, the lady said that she owned many houses, many different cities, but she loved to stay here. I was surprised, make a long story short, the entire street, there were no negative comment, which I was surprised because I was hoping to get some input to bring back to our staff to do the work. So that just tells you how much people love Garden Grove. So recently, you see Chief Covey came here and talked about e-bike. And a couple of days ago, my neighbor had a fire because of the e-bike. They were charging it. Luckily, the alarm went off, and so they were able to call 911. There was 2 battalion chiefs and 4 trucks, and the whole neighborhood would light up. So I just want to take the opportunity to say thank to our firefighter. It was around 5 a.m. in the morning, but the response time was only a couple minutes, and they were able to put out the fire, help the family feel safe, and very minimal damage, even though the fire start was inside the house. But also the reminder to our residents, very careful with charging those e-bike. This is just something happened to that family. It could happen to anyone, but great job from our firefighter or OCFA for taking care of that. I also want to recognize the 3 students in the audience right here from Pacifica. This is their first time here just to observe the council meeting, and I mentioned to them, if you're passionate about something, for any of the students out there, you have a concern, you have an issue, you have something that you think great for the city, come up here. You have 3 minutes, and you will be able to share that with the council, the staff, or make changes in our city. Earlier, council member Yesenia mentioned about the GGPD dispatch. I just want to take the opportunity to show my appreciation. I know last year, Mayor Pro Tem George and I actually brought food to the dispatch and just show appreciation, but that was last year. This year we didn't get a chance to do that, but I just want to say thank you. You are important, and we appreciate your work. I think that should be it. Hopefully we'll see everyone at the cleanup event on April 18, 9 to 11. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Klopfenstein. Last few weeks was very exciting for me too. I was invited and joined many events that most of that my council member already mentioned about it, so I'm not going to go through all that. but I just do some highlight. For today, I love our city council to adopt the proclamation commemorating and celebrating on April 20 to April 24, 2026, after school professional appreciation week. Also comment on our adoption of a proclamation recognizing April as Autism Awareness Month. I visit the new Garden Grove Police Building. It's beautiful now, and just want to mention it's going to be probably ready for active operated by August. That's what I heard. So I'm very excited to join the opening, grand opening of our new police, beautiful building. On District 6, I was invited by Council Member Ariana to visit Woodbury Park renovation. It's on Friday, April 10, 2026. And as I just want to continue that supposedly the park will be ready for our children and parents, our residents, to enjoy the park by June or July this year. Also on Friday, April 10, I have a chance to, I was invited to San Diego High School for the Junior Reserve Officer Training Commander. I'm so proud of them. They are trained to be disciplined and leadership, ready to serve our country in near future. With me that day was Board of Education Trustee Terry Rocco, Council Member Cindy Tran, and Ariana Arestogay. As I want to add in as a OC Library Board of Committees, I would like to request for a seed library project on our Garden Grove libraries. This project will provide all kinds of seeds for our residents to receive and to donate. Hopefully, I will have Ariana support me on that one. That's it for me for today. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll keep mine brief too, because everybody's already kind of discussed. Did take a tour of the new police station across the street here. Or, I'm sorry, the other way. It was looking pretty darn good. It's coming along very fast. I love the fact that it's on time and under budget. That's always good. Again, this summer, we should see the police move in. Once that happens, the old police station gets tore down, and then the park that used to be there, where the new police station is, becomes a park where the old police station was. So we're not losing a park.
Okay.
Did attend the State of the District for Garden Grove Unified. That was, they bring out all these kids, and they're so talented throughout the district. And there was one that just stood out, just amazing. They had the choir out there singing, and this little girl, I'm thinking she was probably 8 or 9 years old, and her voice was just, I don't even know how to explain it. I've heard that term, voice of an angel, and her voice, I would say probably it was really just that good. I think she's going to be a big star one day. if she can sing like that at that age, you guys know who I'm talking about. Everybody's like, holy moly, this little girl. Anyway, it was a wonderful event. The OCFA Fire Ops 101 event, that was kind of cool. You know, I 34 years in law enforcement myself, and never had to rappel. That was fun, rappelling out of the, you know, I did when I was in the service, but never in police department, so that was kind of fun. And watching the mayor hanging out of that tower with the rope going down, that was awesome. I was like, you know, so, and I think Cindy did it, and Yesenia was there doing it. It was like, oh boy, fearless people. And putting out the fires and everything, and, you know, that was really a fun event, and it renewed my support for the FD and all the work they do. You know, those Jaws of Life, we picked them up, and they let us cut up these cars with them, and they're like 90 pounds. I mean, those things are heavy. I mean, you see these guys picking them up all day long, and they're like training with them, and you're like, boy, you know, after 5 minutes, my arms feel like noodles, you know. So anyway, that was a good event. The mayor and I attended a neighborhood watch meeting last week, and one of the local construction guys walked up to me and was complaining that, you know, his building inspections are taking 2 to 3 weeks now. And, you know, that I get that there's hiccups sometimes, but we can't get back into that being the norm. That's got to get fixed. And, you know, I get that there's times when that happens, but we can't go back to a month or 2 for a building inspection. I mean, and it looks like we're working our way into that again, so we need to address that. This year, you know, I've been on this dais now 7 years, and this year is the first time I've gotten these complaints, and it's constant and it's continuous, and it makes me wonder what's going on. Something's different here, because these complaints never came in before, but now we're getting them routinely. And it's missed during plan check. Missed during plan check. I just got another email today from one of our business owners. Plan check missed a bunch of stuff, and now he's being held accountable for it. I had actually an old friend of mine who's got a neighbor who's building a 2-story McMansion next to him. Actually, it's 3 stories because it's got a loft. And there's windows looking down windows looking down into his yard, all kinds of stuff. And, missed during plan check. Missed during plan check. It's coming up quite frequently that things are being missed during plan check. And, you know, Councilman Dovin started talking about number 14. I was going to pull it too, but what are we getting for that money if they're missing everything during plan check? It seems like they are not doing the job. I mean, they want an extra $250,000 for not doing a very good job. These complaints never came through before, that it was missed during plan check. We didn't have these complaints before. Now it's a new thing since we started going to these external people. And I don't know, maybe it was internal people that missed it during plan check. I don't know. I'd like to know, though. If there's a way to find that out, I'd like to know. The Chevy dealership, same thing. We got an email 2 days ago. You know, all this stuff was missed during plan check, and now I'm being held to pay all these extra costs. And I think in his case, it's a couple $100,000. So, you know, we need to remedy that as well. Or at least, you know, honestly, I think it's great that staff is upfront and honest with the community and being transparent. Hey, we messed up. And that's fine. But we need to stop messing up on the same things over and over again. We need to fix that somehow. Okay? I mean, I'm not saying lie to the public. Tell them the truth. If we screwed up, we screwed up. That's honorable. And I'm sure you'll get some grace. But what are we going to do to fix it from being a constant mix-up going on into the future? Right? So with that, we need to look at those two things, the plan checks are missing a lot of things, both on commercial and residential. And I don't know how thorough they're being done, and we're spending more money on it now. And it seems like we're getting more and more complaints about that particular process. And the inspection times, you know, that's literally a tax on our community. And, you know, when it starts getting above 2 weeks, that really is getting sad. You know, we had it down to 1 day for a while there. We had it down for 2 days and 3 days, and, you know, 3 days, I can live with that, but we gotta work on that. So, that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Quickly, I just wanted to make mention of a community passport event that I partnered with District 1 Supervisor Janet Nguyen, as well as our clerk recorder Hugh Nguyen. It was on Saturday at our Courtyard Center. We had over 200 people were able to service through their passports and photos, and a one-stop shop, which really streamlined the process and was very organized. So obviously there was a need in the community, especially as people are planning to travel over the summer. And so you can call 714-834-2248 to speak with the clerk recorder's office and get more information. He has a mobile van now that's out in Orange County and through the community, so the process is really streamlined through his office. He's doing great work. And then finally, I just wanted to mention, obviously, as mayor, I go and see a lot of different businesses and supporting our small business community, and one of which is Grove Body Shop. The Lombardi family has been in Garden Grove and owned that business for 50 years. And so if possible, I would love the opportunity to bring them to a council meeting and highlight their small business and the work that they've done as a family and their legacy here in Garden Grove. And with that, City Manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the City Council. Appreciate the collective council's feedback during matters, and we will follow up on those items that you have highlighted, and we will report out. And May is Small Business Month, and so I'm sure Ursula and her team has some small business highlights that could be coming your way, and we'll make mention of following up with the Lombardi family. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. The council has requested an update to Trailer Way and Woodbury as to the additional sign to highlight Freedom Way, Tudo, and Libertad. And hot off the press, the signs have been manufactured and going through QC review right now, and we anticipate an install time sometime next week. I will advise the council when that is expected, so if you wanted to stop by and see it installed live in action, we'll keep you posted.
Ribbon cutting. Ribbon cutting.
There you go.
Very good.
Right next to 111th Street.
If we can have a ribbon cutting sometime in April, it would be great. We can all celebrate together. It's everyone's contribution. Okay.
Thank you, City Manager.
That would be a good memory.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. City Attorney, anything this evening?
Nothing for me. Thank you.
All right, and with that, we stand adjourned. Thank you.